Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Leslie and today it's Jamie's birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie, from Not Too Shabby. We are doing a fun birthday hop as a surprise for Jamie, and these are all the things I'm using for my card. So I am going to use some Not Too Shabby paper here, the sunflower beads. I love this paper, y'all. Oh, it's so right up my alley with the colors, with the gold. Oh, it's just so beautiful. So I'm using some stamps from Whimsy Stamps and this die from Spellbinders here. I'm also going to be bringing in some vellum because I think I can do that. Some gems that I have. And we are going to embroider a lot. And of course, I am bringing in my Foundation 11 dies from Queen & Company, and we are using that last sketch. If you saw my video earlier this week, you know that I was purposely not using that sketch, and this is why. So I have all my dies laid out here. We're going to be doing a bunch of die cutting. The flowers we're doing in a few different shades of blue, all the bee parts, and of course everything I'm needed for the sketch. So to begin with, we're going to go ahead and put the basics of the card together. We're going to go ahead and use this pattern paper for the very background of this card, and of course lining it up. You know me. Trying to get things lined up and then hope that my white paper does not hang over the edge, which of course it probably does. And so I got that cut correctly, and we're going to go ahead and move on. So and the next layer here is using that rectangle stitch die. I love this pattern paper so much, y'all. I probably need to get another set of it because it's just gorgeous because it goes so well together, and I love bees. So this is just perfect for my stash. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue around the edging of this honeycomb cover plate here, and then a few spots of glue kind of throughout just so that it stays down. This will also have the main bee on top of it, so I'm not worried about it popping up at all. So we're just going to go ahead and line that up and get it pressed down here real smooth, and then we are going to move on. But I just want to let you know, you could use the innards for shaker bits. You could put them back in the honeycomb here and fill it out, or you could use it on a different card. So I'm going to go ahead and off camera, I'm going to embroider that bee. So I was showing you the pieces that I'm using, some black, some yellow, and I am using vellum for the wings, which may not have been the best choice, but you'll see. So I am bringing in this sentiment die, Happy Birthday from Whimsy Stamps. This is such a cute stamp set, and I love it, and I've used it in multiple cards. So just making sure that is lining up properly with my little banner here. I do use the cutout to really line up that banner just because it's hard to stick it down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some Royal Simon Says Stamps Positively Saturated ink. This color just works perfectly for the blues that are in the pattern paper. So I just wanted to kind of bring those colors in a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and press down gently with sentiments. You really don't want it to kind of smush. And so I'm pressing down pretty gently here. I do hit it a couple times, as you'll see, because this one is just quite not enough. So then I did it again. And then that's why I do that outline cutout to really make sure that it stays together. So happy birthday, Jamie. I have already sent this card to her, so hopefully she gets it today. All right, so this is all my little bee parts here. As you can see, the wings, I did use the gold on it. And the thing about vellum is it shows everything. So I had to kind of do the same stitching on the front as I did on the back so that you don't see any kind of mistakes, or you can't just cross it weird to get to the next hole. You have to really stitch on both sides. And then for me with the bee, instead of stitching a circle or a bunch of stripes, I decided to do roses with that circling. So it took forever. But I really liked stitching on paper. These are the colors I use. This is just DMC thread in metallic. It's metallic gold and metallic black. So it has a bit of a sheen to it just to add a little bit more sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bee together now. This bee, because of the way I stitched it and everything, it did create a lot of dimension. So I did put extra stamps on this card. Hopefully it actually makes it to her and doesn't come back to me for lack of payment. And then you go ahead and add the yellow stripes to the bee here. I really had to put some acrylic blocks on this bee to really make sure it's stuck together. I'm also using my tweezers here to keep it together, just so that glue can really come together so that it doesn't pop back up. Because like I said, there's a lot of thread and dimension and really trying to make it stick here, because I loved how it came out. But yeah, this was... might be doing it differently next time, but I had so much fun with this. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the wings together. These parts where all the threads are hanging out, they're going to be hidden by the body of the bee. So I wasn't worried about that. I did cut off any excess, and then to line it up here, I'm going to make sure that both parts of the wings are on that top part of the body, because that's how it kind of lines up. I love that. Lots of glue, lots and lots of glue, y'all. And lots of drying time. I, of course, have cut out that drying time because I'm not going to make you sit here for a half an hour while it dries. But I think I left it and came back the next day just to really make sure that it adhered correctly. So I wanted to really make sure that it sticks together and doesn't fall apart, because I was so proud of this bee, y'all. I hope she loves it. Oh, I hope you love it, Jamie. And then we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the things on the card here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this bee, I'm going to put foam tape on it, just on the bee body, because there's so much dimension with the thread with the wings that I really want it to kind of have a flat layer for it to stick to. So I'm putting some foam tape on the bee body, and then I'm going to put some extra glue along the middle here just to really make sure that it adheres correctly. And while I'm doing that, today is a hot day. There are lots of designers that are a part of this surprise for Jamie. So definitely check out the description box below for all those designers and check out their cards too. We are using all different kinds of products, so you're going to get lots of inspiration. And I hope Jamie has a fantastic day today, checking out all the cards and how they were made, going through her mailbox. Hopefully she got lots of cards delivered today, and then just lots of inspiration for you as our viewers to check out. So I did put several acrylic blocks on this to really make sure it adheres well, and then I'm going to use some glue on this sentiment strip as well, and go ahead and get that lined up. So I'm just moving my acrylic blocks just a little so I can get next to that bee so I can get it set up. I am using the right sentiment strip for this card, kind of following the sketch as closely as possible, and I love how this comes out so much. While that is all adhering together, I'm going to go ahead and put my flowers together, because of course this didn't have enough on it. And the sketch calls for the flowers, so I did use 3 different shades of blue that are mimicked throughout the pattern paper, and so I'm just kind of going in around and making sure each flower has a different shade going on, and then going ahead and gluing those together as well. And then I'm going to add some of those yellow gems. I felt like these gems were just perfect for this pattern paper. And so when I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, I of course had to get them. And of course it was on sale. Plus, I don't have a lot of yellow gems. Let me know if you have a lot of yellow gems in your stash. I have a lot of gold, in different shades of gold, but I actually don't have any yellow. And so when I saw this set, I knew I just had to get it. So we're going to go ahead and put some acrylic blocks on those so they adhere well, and then we will put them together. So I decided to switch up the sketch just a little bit because I wanted to use all 3 flowers. The sketch only calls for 2. I decided to kind of adjust where I put them. So I don't want to hide the sentiment too much, so I am kind of adjusting that flower as well. I did put foam tape on it since I wanted it to kind of be more popped up, just because of all the layers of cards there. And then this flower is going to have some of its petals cut off because it's going to go off this corner of this card. I'm just putting glue on that one and glue on the top one, just because this card does have a lot of dimension to it. And I wanted this flower to be underneath the bee where the one on foam tape is above. So getting that pressed down real well so it adheres very well, and we will move on to the gems. I'm just using my little picker up tool here. This actually pokes holes in paper, but I use it for placing my gems because it just makes it so much easier. And that adds that little bit of bling to this card. That's the only bling I decided to add since the thread had a metallic sheen to it, and there's a lot going on with this card. So this is my final card for Jamie. Happy birthday, Jamie, from Not Too Shabby. I love how this came out. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like. If you are new here, hit the subscribe. Check out the playlist down below of all the designers participating in this hop today. And of course, let me know, what do you think about this card? Let me know in the comments. Wish Jamie a happy birthday because she is fantastic. And we love all of the paper designs and everything she does for Not Too Shabby. So definitely check all that information out down below. I will see you in another video soon. I hope you have a happy crafty day. Bye.